Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Amidst the galaxy of business leaders and risk managers, the India Risk Management Awards sought to honor and celebrate those individuals and organizations that have successfully identified, managed and mitigated risk to create big business impact stories.
We're here to reward, recognize risk takers, leaders who challenge the status quo, who have the courage and the conviction to chase their dreams. But as all of you in this room are aware, not every risk that we take pays off, and hence the importance of taking a calculated risk. What exactly does that mean? Let me go back in time and quote the Roman philosopher Seneca. And he said, "Luck is what happens when opportunity meets preparation." And I think that would be a good way to describe or define what it takes to take a calculated risk. A purposeful organization will always manage risks better and more effectively. So if you're clear about who you are and where you're going, the chances are that you will be able to anticipate the roadblocks and connect the dots better to future-proof yourself. Thank you very much for joining us here this evening.
I'd now like to invite on stage the man leading the largest private sector general insurance company in India that has initiated and partnered with us in this unique undertaking. Please join me in welcoming on stage the Managing Director and CEO of ICICI Lombard General Insurance, Mr. Bhargav Dasgupta.
I guess all of us realize that the world is changing and it's becoming more complex. And with it, risks are also changing and becoming more complex. Risks are becoming unpredictable and frequent. Risks are changing. Who heard of things like Ebola? Who heard things of IPR violation, cyber risk, cyber attacks? So risks are changing, risks are becoming strategic, risks are becoming global. And in this environment, I think it's important for us to recognize that people who look after organizations' risks are people who we should recognize and reward. And that's what we thought as an insurance company which is there to protect your risk. We felt it was important for us to recognize leaders in this space, not only what they've done, but the kind of benchmarks that they've set. Thank you and enjoy the evening.
Thank you for that, Bhargav. Can I request you to stay back on stage to hand out two very special recognitions on behalf of ICICI Lombard General Insurance. The first recognition is from ICICI Lombard General Insurance is for best-in-class usage of risk improvement practices across plants. And the recipient of this special recognition is Jindal Steel and Power Limited. I'd like to invite the Executive Vice President of Jindal Steel and Power Limited, Sushil Mehrotra, up on stage. Now, the second special recognition tonight from ICICI Lombard General Insurance is for leading from the front in implementing best practices in property risk management. And the recipient of this recognition is Alstom India. I'd like to invite the Head of Insurance, India and Middle East, Namrata Sondi, up on stage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to hear from our keynote speaker for the evening. Please welcome the dynamic Vice Chairman of Bharti Enterprises, Akhil Gupta.
Risk management is a statutory obligation which is to be within the confines of the CFO, at best the audit committee, or a fashion statement, because every good company, every big company does it. I think it's far from that. And this is really an unfortunate thing that risk mitigation has become, for most companies, rhetoric today, rather than an important tool in ensuring success. Risk mitigation is not about pushing towards taking a risk. But as was said earlier, what it prepares you is for mitigating the risk which will be inherent in any business. And that, I think, is the essence of risk mitigation. I firmly believe that successful businesses can be built if there is a solid risk mitigation and a risk management program in place. And I think the winners of tonight would ratify my belief. Thank you very much.
After the break, India Inc. opens up on the biggest challenges and risks facing their respective industries.
Coke a risk, not a risk?
Competition is never a risk.